The Four Faces of Gina Tucker. My life can be defined by four distinct categories: extreme sports, music, career, and family. In this story, we will see how they've all defined the trajectory of my life. Chapter 1: Extreme Sports. People are often surprised to learn that I am an adrenaline junkie. Both professionally and physically, I enjoy taking risks and do not get discouraged by setbacks. My first love was skiing. My father enrolled me in ski school when I was just 4 years old. I quickly discovered my passion for speed and consequently broke my leg when I was 7. But this didn't stop me. In college, I joined the UCLA ski team, where I competed against many regional schools in events like skier cross, slalom, and slopestyle. My need for speed was a blessing and a curse. My first broken leg was a prophecy of many injuries to come. In high school, I broke my wrist after skiing into a tree. In college, I sustained a concussion during a skier cross race. Just last year, I broke my leg while trying to film my father and I racing, and yes, I caught it on video, and yes, you are about to watch it right now. My frequent injuries have done little to slow me down. My other vice is rock climbing. I started rock climbing shortly after college and was able to quickly progress to the hardest bouldering and top rope challenges. Rock climbing has become part of my daily routine. I belong to a climbing gym in San Francisco where I train on ropes, boulders, and even outdoors. So far, I haven't sustained too many injuries from rock climbing, and even after I broke my leg skiing, I was back on the rocks within a few weeks. Despite my daredevil passions, there is a softer side to my personality. In the next chapter, we will explore a calmer passion of mine: music. Chapter 2: Music. I began learning the piano when I was 6 years old, and I absolutely hated it. I had a bad habit of rushing, more evidence of my speed demon personality, and I refused to play songs that weren't featured in Disney movies. My parents nearly gave up on my music career, but it turned out it wasn't the music that was the problem, it was the instrument. I started playing the trumpet in the 4th grade. Initially, I chose it because it only had 3 buttons, so how hard could it be? Well, it turned out that this button limitation made the trumpet an exceptionally difficult instrument, but I was soon obsessed. Turned out I was pretty good, too. In high school, I joined the marching band, orchestra, jazz band, and brass quintet. In all groups, I competitively maintained my first chair position, and I continued my love of marching band at UCLA, where I played in most home football and basketball games. The next chapter will explore my professional growth, which, like all aspects of my life, included quite a few risks. Chapter 3: Adulting. While technically my first job ever was as an extra in movies and television, my first full-time job was on the sales team at Oracle. Oracle and I had a love-hate relationship. The job itself was straightforward. I was responsible for prospecting leads out of a limited list of life science companies. This turned out to be fairly easy. The challenge was working within their limited sales structure. I just didn't feel stimulated. I decided to seek work at a startup, and this is how I discovered Scoopit. Scoopit was a tiny French startup where I would be the first and only salesperson in the company. At Scoopit, I was responsible for building sales from scratch. I was a one-woman sales department. I managed everything from lead to close and beyond. Additionally, as Scoopit is a French company, I had the unique opportunity to travel to France twice on business, where I sold my first deal ever during a live client meeting in Paris. However, my work at Scoopit has helped me realize that I would rather be using content marketing software than selling it. Thus, I am pursuing my MBA to transition from sales to marketing. Chapter 4: Family. My eccentric parents, a teacher and an artist, raised me with numerous international adventures, some exotic pets, and a taste for adrenaline. My father enrolled me in ski school when I was just 4 years old, and both my parents had a passion for travel and personal exploration. Our family was small, but we made up for our tiny size with big adventures. Despite my tranquil upbringing, tragedy hit in 2010 when my mother was diagnosed with terminal cancer. The next few years became a balance of maintaining my personal and professional aspirations while simultaneously caring for a sick parent. My mother passed away in October 2015. As an only child, the majority of the responsibility fell on me. I was entirely alone, and it was by far the most difficult period of my life. It has now been exactly 1 year since my mother's passing, and as is the recurring theme of my life, I've been able to recover from this tragedy to become stronger, both physically and emotionally, than I've ever been. Life is short, and I realized I need to seek my ideal career in marketing now. I'm so excited to discover Cornell Johnson as I continue my path toward professional success.